All right, got ready?
Mine is the smallest though.
Yo! What's happening, man? You already know what it is. It's Twice Talk. And we are listeners supported by 91.5 The Rebel, HD2, Las Vegas, the broadcast service of UNLV. And you guys know I am always accompanied by the gorgeous Oak. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm getting baked.
Getting baked, real nice and crispy outside.
Keep it cute.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, you know, that ain't hard for you anyway. You got it. You got it. And if you guys didn't notice, we got Commissioner Mr. Lawrence Weekly in the building today.
Hey.
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm blessed, man.
Good.
I'm blessed. I appreciate you for coming
Thank you
down,
for
by the
having
way.
me. Thank you.
Man, it's an honor, man. An honor for you to come up
Yes,
and
sir.
hang out with us.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, we know you've been a part of this Las Vegas community for years and years. You're a staple within the community, and a lot of people really look up to you. And so, with that being said, does that like give you some kind of like motivation to be better or anything, or to be better for the
You know
people?
what? You just try to be a better person anyway.
Okay.
And if you can just set a positive example without trying to appear to not be human, 'cause we're all human. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
And, we all bleed the same way, and we all breathe the same air, so I'm no different than anyone else. I just work hard and try to be the best person I can be.
And most definitely. And what you said about being human, I actually spoke about that the other day and said that people usually, when they don't see a flaw in you or Achilles heel, they kind of want to find one. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it's a mystery. People, when they don't know you, they're always looking for something, and whether that's good or bad.
Yeah.
And then people, when you're such a mystery to folks, they'll insert what they want.
Yeah.
To perceive
They'll
you
make
as.
up a story.
They'll make it up. Good or bad.
I think that's the power of the mind, right?
The power of the mind.
If you can't find something to attach to someone, you just make it up.
Yeah, especially, if you could be a person to meet you for the very first time. If you come across a little standoffish, or you may have had a little slight interaction with them and it didn't go how they felt, they didn't get a good vibe, they'll insert what they think about you. They don't even know you.
Yes, that happens often.
All the time.
Often.
Yeah.
So we do know that you did find, or the co-founder of the Kappa League. And what is it like, or if someone was to ask you what kind of qualities do you need to lead men or lead young men, what would be the first thing that comes to mind?
I think for the most part, as a black man, we don't kind of live our lives like that, looking for these qualities. I think we start with the fact that many of us can relate to each other because we didn't have a father figure in the home, and so just having someone there that we could look up to.
Yeah.
Someone that got a job, that pay bills. That's a start for us. That's like, wow. I ain't never seen what that look like, I mean, that's real talk for a lot of us. And so then let him have an education and have something going for himself. He has a house, he has a car, has a few material things. Oh man, he is the bomb. He got it going on. And so, for us, times have changed, and you see younger boys today with all the social media that's going on, and all the big sports that's happening. Those are the big role models now, and that's not reality.
No.
We have to really do our very best to help young men realize that looks great, but that gentleman got to where he is because someone invested time and resources.
Yes.
And someone helped cultivate that dream and that vision to help bring it to reality. So we got to be careful as to how we mentor young people and what type of images we are putting in front of young folks.
I
So with
wholeheartedly
the Kappa
agree.
League, what's the main goal in leadership there? Is it career driven? Is it education driven? Is it just rebranding the black image? Or
It's just saying, hey, dude, step up, stop being a follower, be yourself. If you do good in school, it's okay. If you're a dynamic athlete, you're struggling in school, fix it.
Okay.
Anybody can be an athletic student, but everybody's not a great student athlete.
Yeah.
And then a lot of us come from broken homes. They call them broken homes, but we just call them single parent households. Mama just holding it down.
Right.
But then we got some great dads out there that's holding it down,
Yeah, for sure.
And so with us, with the league, we've just tried to implement these guys Just be a clean-cut young man. It's okay. Put a shirt and tie on and represent. It's okay to speak proper English. You know, folks say, "Oh, you're trying to talk white." Well, what does that mean?
Exactly.
Right. What does that mean?
We say talk like you have some sense.
Do you think that black men have a harder struggle when it comes to being politically correct? Because it's always this conflicting dilemma: do I act black or do I
Then they
act
think
proper?
you're Uncle Tom or whatever.
Because of the identity.
Black males have a tough time anyway because there are so many expectations on us from every angle. You know, we start. The starting line is here, and we're about 10 yards behind the starting line. And that's not an excuse. That's reality. Maybe 30.
It is reality.
You know, and so for us, you know, it's a bit tougher because we have to always be bigger, stronger, faster, and better.
And black.
You know, well, black and black. Well, you're already that. But I'm
saying, black in a sense of what's culturally accepted as black.
Yeah.
And that's the tough part.
Very good
when
point.
You say that they're followers, they're following what they believe the black identity should be.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that cause a lot of black men to fall to games or just sports.
Well, sometimes we fall to game because we're too busy emulating something that we can't be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The fake black male identity.
How long were you running the Cap League or in charge of it?
Well, I actually started it, but I have two other guys who kind of helped supported my vision.
Okay.
Since '89.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, we're gearing up for the 30-year reunion.
Oh, wow. What's planned for that?
Oh, man, they've already started. Well, man, they got some stuff on the dockets that's just crazy already.
Some yacht party or something?
Oh, yeah, man. Ain't no water out here. You'd be walking on the top of Lake Mead. Put a yacht out there, but some good stuff. But, you know, Kappa League is cool. I got a lot of other things that I've been so involved in.
Like what?
You know, Camp Brotherhood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
Fire Chief Dave Washington. Yeah, Fire Chief Dave Washington. He was the first black fire chief here in Southern Nevada.
What, the name Dave Washington, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
nice.
He and I and Melvin Enos founded a camp called Camp Brotherhood, Camp Sisterhood. It's a camp that we take about 150 young kids up to Camp Lee Canyon. We have camp counselors. They teach the kids life skills and conflict resolution and career preparation.
Those are gold.
Oh, man, how to get along with each other. How to realize that instead of claiming turf, you got to own something before you can claim it.
Yeah,
definitely. And so it's a beautiful camp. The kids have a great time. We go out throughout the year. We have a golf tournament and raise a lot of money to help send the kids up free of charge.
You know how to golf?
No.
What's the age?
They started, I think they started 10 years old.
10 to
16.
16. And how are they going to be grouped? Do you know?
What do you mean?
Like, is it
in their age category? 6 to 8, 10 to 12, 14 to 16, and they stay in cabins. We bring up a personal chef.
Yeah, nice.
That's so dope. I always wish there was something like that in Vegas because we just don't have it. We have Pearson Center, Doolittle. We have like community based.
Our camp. We just celebrated our 20th year, so we've been doing it for 20
Brotherhood?
years. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So for the parents that are listening right now, how do they get their kids involved? Like, who do they have to reach out to? Who do they have to call or anything like that for them to get their kids involved into the Brotherhood program?
Well, they can always reach out to our office over at Clark County.
Okay.
Very accessible, or they can go to one of our community centers, Pearson, Walnut, Doolittle. We always have that information readily available.
Nice. So you're the commissioner for District D. What kind of plans? What kind of plans do we have for the district? Any big projects coming up?
Well, we always have something going on. Our district, we encompass downtown. We overlap City of Las Vegas and City of North Las Vegas, but in unincorporated Clark County, we represent the Strip as well. In my district, we have a lot of areas. We have some slow growth in some areas, but then in a lot of areas we have some good fast development happening. But from my position, I get a chance to I got a full plate. I'm the chairman of UMC Hospital.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is in my district as well, and DJJS, which is in my district as well, and. So we always got something going on up at Spring Mountain Youth Camp with the kids up there, trying to get them back on track. I chair liquor and gaming for Clark County, so all of the hotels and clubs and pubs and all that who apply for liquor license come through my committee. Now we've just been assigned marijuana, which is a huge undertaking. Recreational marijuana
it's a
goes
gold
into
mine.
effect July 1st.
Oh, yeah, it's a gold mine right now, for real.
Yeah.
You get a lot of inquiries about that?
Yeah, we just approved about 25 dispensaries come July 1st.
Wow.
A lot of these dispensaries will be selling recreational marijuana. Yeah, so they'll be smoking weed all over the place.
All over the place.
Which is not legal, folks. You can't smoke it in public places. You got to do it in the confinement of your homes and designated places. But I'm sure there'll be some folks out there pushing the envelope.
Oh, so once it becomes recreational, it won't be like smoking cigarettes. No. You can't just walk the street smoking.
You can't drive. You can't drive a car either.
You can't. Yeah.
Well, I know the car part. That's like alcohol.
Yeah.
It's like being under the influence.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you got to be 21. So we want the young people to not get themselves in trouble. Yeah, we don't want you going in any of the dispensaries trying to buy, your favorite little strand, purple haze.
Little strand.
They call them strands.
Yeah.
I've been in some of the cultivation facilities, and it's pretty amazing to see plants taller than basketball players, and it's pretty amazing how they grow this stuff.
Yeah, I've heard a few things about it, and they have a lot of details, and it's almost like a science.
Yeah, it's amazing. I had some mixed emotions about it at first because my concern was folks who frowned on marijuana and even people who helped put folks in jail for using marijuana.
Do you feel like they should be released?
No, yeah, of course.
Well, they just vacated a bill that would set some prisoners free. They vacated.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, of
so
course.
people are still going to be in prison.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of hypocritical. Some folks who put people in prison and lock them up. Now they own dispensaries. They sell them.
Turning around and making money off of it. Yeah.
How do you think the recreational marijuana is going to affect tourism in Vegas? Because I know you have something to do with it.
It's going to have some effects because the hotel industry doesn't condone it. So they're not going to flat out tell you can go and smoke weed in one of the hotel rooms. They're not going to tell you can do that. It's not like Denver and some of the other places out there where you can go around and they
right in the street.
Yeah, they have what they call the little like hookah lounges.
Oh, but you smoke weed in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Like
that was denied here. That was denied.
It was denied.
Yeah,
was it denied this session?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is.
Crazy.
Yeah. Nobody supported it.
What would be your guess why somebody wouldn't support that?
For a lot of reasons, political reasons. You still got a population of voters out there that's not with it.
Yeah.
And so a lot of those folks were speaking and voicing their opposition that they didn't want the little I can't think of the terminology for the name of it, but the little
like a lounge.
Little lounge,
yeah. So you spoke about there's fast areas, slow areas as far as what's in your district. Do they get on you a little bit or expect you to have more growth in those slower areas, or what do they have expectations for you?
Some areas are growing faster than others. I think we're doing a good job of keeping up with the pace, the demands of home ownership for people. But I think one of the concerns right now is what's happening on the federal government level with a lot of first-time buyer programs. A lot of people now being able to afford a home.
Yeah.
A lot of those programs are being cut out. You used to be able to go and apply for a program and they'd assist you with down payment assistance.
Yeah.
A lot of those things are being cut out now. So you're just not going to see it. And we've already been through a housing boom here where we've seen a big growth and then we've seen a crash.
Yeah.
And at that time, foreclosure was just horrible here in Clark County where we had thousands of homes empty. You had people, what they call squatters, folks living in houses that they weren't supposed to be living in.
Right.
And if they squat long enough, they get on the house.
They squat long enough, huh?
Seriously. So we were talking about the Raiders coming to Vegas. And he was saying that that's going to drive the market up for houses. So that's also going to make it even harder for people to buy homes as well, do you think?
Well, not really. Well, a lot of the NFL players are buying homes here now. You got a lot of entertainers.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. You got so many entertainers that live here now.
Well,
which
for normal
is crazy.
Folks, though.
But for normal people, yeah, it depends on the area. Like out here, it's going to cost a fortune to live in an area like this. So,
oh wow!
And Southwest.
Southwest it'll be ridiculous because when you look at Russell in 215, or Russell in the what is that? The 15?
Yeah, 215.
Yeah,
that's on 215 Buffalo. Durango.
Where that whole area out there where the stadium will be built is going to be ridiculous.
Out the roof.
So we can wait for an increase in rent as well.
Yeah. Or increase in property values.
And do you think that's going to raise rent prices?
For apartments and stuff? Oh, absolutely.
What else?
If I own a building, of course your rent is going to be raised.
Yeah. My sister said her apartments already went up $100 6 months ago.
Yeah,
mine hasn't gone up.
A lot of people are trying to, and they're having big discussions about that now. People are trying to buy condos and get little houses to rent out during games, during football season, and use them as vacation homes. So it's a lot of little business transactions a lot of people trying to make these days. But,
did you support the Las Vegas Raiders coming to Vegas?
Sure. Why not? Why not? I'm from Vegas. People wanted it. And there was some. I didn't go out and do, and I'll be honest with you, I wasn't out beating the pavement for it. Because my biggest concern is, I always wanted to know where was the money going to come from.
Exactly.
I wasn't in support of increasing folks' taxes. Then the second thing for me was, with people who I represent, people that I know, could they even afford a ticket to the game?
Exactly.
Are we going to even get to go to a football game? Yeah. Is this just something that's just catering to these tourists that's coming here? It's not enough to tell me that, oh, wow, this is going to create a lot of jobs. I think that's fantastic that a lot of people get a chance to work there. Will they be able to go and enjoy? Can we be able to take one of our little league teams? And
you ask them
NFL going to give some kickback to the community? Yeah, we're asking a lot of those things. And so, you say
promising.
Well, you say everything a person wants to hear.
Yeah. Oh,
so is that still being?
You're single,
out?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You single?
Yeah.
So, like, when you put your Mac down, don't you just say everything that you think honey might want to hear?
No, I might
you
tell
running
a
games,
little razzle dazzle.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. He does.
I like a little razzle dazzle.
So all of that is still being worked out.
Yeah, right.
For the Raiders.
Oh, he's still on that over here.
He likes that. That's his whole thing. Game.
No, it's not even game. I don't think, sweetie.
He's single, like you said.
I got so much game, I don't even run it now. I teach it.
Anyways, back to the Raiders. So a lot of people have been saying that the Raiders is going to take money from Vegas and that a lot of small cities haven't really recovered from bringing in a large sports team like NFL.
Well, this is Vegas. And so a lot of other cities are not like Vegas. Okay. The beautiful thing about Vegas is that we have some of the most amazing hotels in the world. You come here, we got the best hotel rooms, we got the best shopping. We're kind of almost, New York and LA are getting afraid of Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting afraid. I mean, New York is a shopping capital of the world. You go to New York guys, I love New York. But, they're getting a little worried. We're almost about to beat them on New Year's Eve. They're getting worried.
As far as
hey, listen, it's not enough now to stand in the cold to watch a ball drop.
Yeah.
Vegas, who has the best fireworks show coming off of 12 major properties with concerts at every single venue and hundreds of thousands of people in the streets? I mean, people from around the world, they go to sleep watching the New York New Year's Eve countdown.
Now that you put it like that, I might need to go see it.
LA, we love LA. We love Disneyland. We love Magic Mountain. We love the beaches and all. But at the end of the day, they close too early. You go to LA by 1 o'clock in the morning, it's dead.
Oh, they just passed the bill. It's 4 a.m. now.
Oh, well, here it don't close. You can go to IHOP and get a pancake in Vegas. You can go to 7-Eleven and get a Slurpee. It's 24-hour McDonald's in Vegas. So,
3 a.m.
It's nothing like this place here.
So we have nothing to worry about is what you're saying.
We don't have anything to worry about. We just got to do better as far as making sure that the diversity game is risen, that people of color, women have better opportunities to take advantage of this whole economic market that's opening up. Let's cut the pie up and give everybody a little slice.
So are we like mandating that there's a certain amount of Las Vegas natives that get hired?
Well, it's we do mandate that, but it's more than that. It's more than us just talking about lawmakers mandating. People like you all, look at your generation. You all are the millennials. You guys got to use these voices and get up and do something about it. You just don't. You can't just sit back and wait for somebody to make a law and all of a sudden the blessings are going to fall out of the sky. You guys got to get up and do something about it. Look at this vehicle right here. I've been doing radio before you guys were born. And just the
Bring the shade, then.
the listenership that I have is just through the roof, and the power. I know the power of these microphones that you guys have. I already know what it can do. You can lead a whole group of people and sway and encourage a whole group of people just by this thing right here called that microphone. And the power of those voices.
Okay.
You guys got the power. Use it.
So you think even if they didn't mandate a certain amount of people to be hired at this
you have to demand that. You guys got to also, when you get on the radio, you got to make sure that your peer groups register and vote. Why are we sitting around crying about the whole healthcare scare? People are all, throwing the middle finger up, saying all kind of bad stuff about Donald Trump. Somebody voted for him.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you liked Hillary Clinton or not, someone voted for the man. It was his dream when he was a young man, your age. He said, I want to be president of the United States one day. And he stuck with it. Can't hate the man for that. But we don't like his politics. It's not fair. What are we going to do about it? Are we going to sit back and let this go on? Just think, in a matter of another 30 days, there will be hundreds of thousands of people without health care. Hundreds of thousands of people, actually millions, will die in the streets of America. But you let there be a tsunami or an earthquake anywhere else around the world, America will raise so much money to help send to another country. But people are getting ready to die in the streets of America because they have no health care. And what are we doing about it? Complaining.
Yeah.
You guys got to use your voices.
The system that we have now?
You know what? It doesn't matter whether I trust it or not. I like the fact that if I get sick or I don't feel good, I can go to the doctor. I have insurance. I'm insured.
Yeah.
If I have a toothache, I can go to my dentist. I can go see Dr. Michael Banks. I can go and see my eye doctor, Dr. Dexter Morris. I can go and see Tim Williams, who's another great dentist. Tim Wilson. It's just so many. I'm blessed.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that the medication that's given out is not really treating illnesses.
You know what? I don't know, because I'm not a pharmacist. I don't know about the medicines. I don't. What you're saying is something great. That's your generation.
No, I'm just
you guys,
asking.
No. You're asking me something that's way above my head. You're smart. You probably been doing a lot of great research. You probably can teach me something. But what are you going to do about it? You got to get up and use that voice of yours, and we have to challenge the system. Don't just, you work, right? Do you question, do you know you pay taxes?
Yes.
Okay, are you questioning your government?
Yes.
Okay, you got to get involved. You vote.
I didn't vote this session.
Okay, well, you have to vote.
Okay.
We're getting ready to select a new governor. What are we going to do? You gonna get involved?
I'm on it this session.
On it this session.
You guys should make it your mission that you guys encourage. Y'all should start a revolution just to show your power. Just to show your power. And then just sit back and say, damn, we did that.
Yeah.
We did that.
Right.
And change is a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
And a lot of people don't like change, but it's something that is inevitable.
Absolutely.
So with this new stadium coming in, besides monetary change, what other changes do you see coming in as the town starting to shift towards a sports town?
I just see so many more opportunities. But what does that look like as it relates to people of color like us in this room here? Will we have an opportunity? It's about you all's generation.
Right.
It's about your turn. You guys got to step up to the plate and make sure that you have an opportunity to participate. That's what it's all about.
So would you say that there's a large difference between what would the difference be between the generation you came up in and the generation it is today, or the last generation?
I think my generation, those that came before my generation, they were more busy trying to educate us. They didn't really teach us the art of protest and rally or reform. They said, go get your education. We want a more educated generation. And so large percentage of my generation went to school and got degrees. And your generation, you guys are more laid back in the cut. I don't really, race relations is not that important to you, but you guys stand up and yell at stuff that affects you personally. Now, I've seen your generation with Black Lives Matter, because of the police brutality and all of that, have stood up, but it can't stop. That should have resonated into registered voters to show people, you know what? if this judge here is going to continue to do it this way, we're going to make sure that we challenge this judge and make sure that this judge understands if you want to keep this job, you got to come to the polls and you're going to have to answer to us.
Yeah.
You can't just go in the streets and rally and yell and scream and bitch and moan and go bust windows out and tip folks' cars over.
Red button.
I think that the main thing that this generation is missing is the local voting. I think they wait until the big election. They're like, okay, Hillary or Trump. But I think they're missing.
And that's
out on
where
the
you lose
voting.
because
Exactly.
because when you start thinking about the midterm elections, that's where it goes down.
Yeah.
Those Congress people, because the president that's a cool spot, but it's the congressional seats, the Congress and Senate.
Yeah.
It makes a difference. It's the local governments, the governor, or not so much the governor, but the city council and the county commissioners. Local government is where it goes down.
So where do you see yourself next? Are you moving on from being in the county?
You know what? I got so many. I'm so excited. I got so many things that's popping up. I don't know. I'm just.
What are you most excited about?
That I have choices.
Everybody got choices. Hey.
No, that's good.
Is that a song?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
So what's next? What's the climax?
I'm still figuring it out.
Gonna run for another term?
I'm still figuring it out. No, I'm termed out.
Oh, okay.
So I'm still trying to figure out what I want to be when I grow up.
Oh man.
Well, how about that?
Just know we trying to grow up and be like you.
Yeah.
So
what's your biggest accomplishment being a commissioner?
Oh man, you know what? I've had a lot of them. I got so many things to be grateful for. I think my biggest accomplishment is I beat the odds.
Mm-hmm.
As a homeless adopted kid,
Mm-hmm.
I was adopted. I was abandoned at 2 days old.
I looked into that.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, I wasn't sure we could talk about everything.
Yeah, cool. I talk about it. Actually have a nationally syndicated podcast that's getting ready to launch, and I got
nice
a book in the works, and
wow.
Working with Dame Dash.
What's the title of the book?
Look how he breezes past it. Yeah, I got a book. I'm working with Dame Dash.
You know, so I'm excited about that stuff. You know, I'm
cool.
meeting people that I would have never thought that I would ever meet. I would have never thought that be friends with somebody like YG.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard so many negative things about, oh, he's a blood and he's a gangster and he's bad and he's horrible. And I met this man's family. I met his mom, his dad, it's just his family.
And real genuine people.
You know, just one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet. You know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And this is what he and I were sitting down talking about. He would have never thought coming up from where he came from. I was sitting with him. He just got back from Australia. I was sitting with him 2 weeks ago downtown. He was in town. He's shooting a movie with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's a big movie.
Oh, it's going to be major.
Sure.
It's going to be major. You heard it first from me. It's going to be major.
Heard it first at Twice Talk.
Yeah, Twice Talk. It's going to be major. But I mean, he's just so humble, and just to think, he's like, dude, I see this dude in magazines and on movie screens. Now work with him.
Yeah.
So that's how your life can change. Life can flip the script like that, just that quick. You just gotta, like they say, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
So it sounds like you're moving away from politics after this.
Possibly.
Possibly.
I'm not going to rule it out, but possibly.
So one of them is podcast and television, it sounds like. What's the other avenues?
Teaching.
You're teaching at UNLV, right?
Yeah, love it.
Okay.
Yeah, love UNLV.
Are you still at Nevada State, or is that
No, just UNLV.
Okay, because I read Nevada State as well.
I did that, public speaking over there.
Oh, you teach public speaking?
I did at Nevada State, but now here I teach in this building, the Greenspun building.
Oh, nice.
Public administration.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
And then what else? Sounds like there's something else.
I do some public speaking. My last one I just did spoke at Notre Dame.
Oh, really?
Yeah, real.
How was that trip?
Oh, awesome, love it. Yeah, it was real good. So been doing a lot of that. So we'll see.
So will the book be about public speaking, or will it be about your life?
The book I'm looking at that we're working on right now is just talking about my journey, my adoption, just kind of how you can take something that could be what I used to look at it as what some folks considered it as tragic. I looked at it as triumph.
Okay.
You know,
like being in foster care.
Yeah. Well, and see, for me, I was never in foster care. That was never my
you were
story.
never foster.
I was adopted at 11 months old. I was in a ward. Yeah, I was in. I could say I was for about 11 months.
Right. I seen that in the story.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was accurate, so I didn't say it.
Yeah, that's cool.
But okay, so 11 months you said that you were in foster care, then you were adopted.
Yeah.
But now you have a foster care program or something like that?
Well, I work with DFS, our Department of Family Services for Clark County, and I do a lot of speaking on behalf of foster and adopted children. I did an event. I was keynote speaker yesterday for a graduation for homeless foster teenagers.
Graduation of high school.
And what's the goal there? The
goal is to really be a voice for those voiceless kids who feel abandoned, who feel ashamed, because you go through an array of those emotions. You feel like, hey, someone gave birth to me and didn't want me, and was I a mistake? And so you don't feel like you have a purpose. Your identity is kind of lost, and so it's a number of those things you go through, and then when you start, it's nothing like self-identity when you just learn who you are.
Yeah.
Right.
And you wonder where all those gifts and talent that you have come from. It's a beautiful thing.
Man, that is very much so. Very much so. So I wanted to take a shift back to the political side for a moment. And as far as the new stadiums coming in, has there been any talks of like gentrification of certain areas where they're trying to clean up? Actually, Oak taught me that word, by the way.
Of course I did.
So is there any like talks of gentrification or anything like
we're
that?
not really big on that here in Las Vegas. We're not
Unless
really big
downtown.
on that downtown. But they you go and
that's a nation trend though.
It's a national trend, but we're not big on it here.
Oh, nice.
It's been done where government has come in and taken folks' land and have rezoned it, but we don't. You lose a lot of cases in court. There's been a lot of cases been won by people.
So we shouldn't expect that coming up now that the sports teams are coming and stuff.
No.
Okay, great. Because that's a lot of concern.
Because you got to offer a person fair market value, and you just can't go in and me come in and just take her property and not pay her what it's worth. Give her what I think she should have.
Yeah.
Because I have another vision for it. Technically it's illegal. The government can do it.
Technically,
we can do it,
right?
But we don't make it a practice here.
That's good. When can we expect the spaghetti bowl to be finished?
You got about another year and a half of that.
A year and a half?
Yeah, it's going to be a very uncomfortable time frame for us. But when it's done, we'll all be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're playing catch up. We're so behind.
Nevada's behind.
Yeah,
I keep hearing Nevada's behind in a lot of things.
Oh, of course we are. That's all right.
Why do you say of course?
Well, we are. You just travel around the country, and if you do any traveling, you see people light rail. I love going to DC and on the East Coast where a lot of people don't have cars on the road out there anymore. They jump on the train. You ride the train places. So light rail really is the thing. I love that.
Light rail.
Yeah.
That's like a track.
Yeah, the railroad.
Like the little train. You get off at this station here, get you to your neighborhood. You hop on the train, get you close to your job.
I think Vegas is trying to catch up to all the growth, and then we'll eventually get there.
You mean like the one at Westgate that goes to the MGM, or it actually goes?
That's the monorail. But monorail is cool, but it doesn't give us what we need. If you had the monorail would go all the way in your neighborhood.
Okay, right,
almost like the RTC buses do.
Right.
So, any final thoughts since we have to get him out of here?
Oh well, I still have. I got one more question for you. One more.
One more.
Yeah. I had to shoot a couple more. As far as the leadership question, in a position of leadership, would you rather be loved or would you rather be feared? And which one?
The infamous question.
Which one gives you like more power?
I'd rather be loved. I don't think that fear thing for me. I've never been into that whole fear thing because it reminds me of bullying. Fear comes with a whole bunch of negativity. I mean, I don't have to have that Lucius Lyon kind of mentality about me. I'm laid back. People love you. That comes respect. Comes trust.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't think respect comes from fear?
No.
Fear comes from fear.
Fear comes from fear.
It's fear.
Yeah.
You know, nobody wants to fear anybody. With fear, there is no respect. Actually, there's hate.
Yeah.
I don't like you because you're not right.
Yeah.
You know.
So, are you still sticking with feared?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I'd rather, and especially
somebody gonna crack your head so that you can learn that
especially
it's love
from
over fear.
Especially from a business, I teach love, so I know. But
well, you need to be teaching fear because that's not your mantra.
I don't need to teach fear. People already fear. They're scared of themselves.
Don't listen to that. Well, my final thoughts are,
that's all.
like he said, we have to, if we want to have a voice, we really need to jump to action and focus on the midterm election. You said, right? Okay, so that's my goal this year, or not yet this year, but next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your goal is to
focus on midterms.
Okay.
Yeah, on midterm elections and all of the local, like, assemblymen, senators, stuff like that.
Yeah, those are actually the ones that count for sure.
I mean, they all count. Yeah, they all count.
You got any final thoughts today?
Judges count because you go to court. You know that's huge. So judge sitting there, look at a lot of people get off on stupid stuff. I'm looking at a kid who shot a police dog. He got 45 years. You know,
heard about that.
God rest the animal. You know, I mean, those animals are trained to do great. They do a great job. I've been introduced to a lot of police dogs, and you actually fall in love with those animals.
Yeah.
You know, I've become an animal lover. I have a dog now, but you know, then you see officers who go out and they strangle and shoot people, and then they go home,
and it's repetitive.
And it's repetitive, and so you know, you gotta make sure that you have a balanced judicial system. You can't have all judges and juries that nobody in there looks like you. You know, and not to say that people who look like you all the time gonna be on your side. You know, but at least you feel a little better.
Yeah,
you feel at least you have a chance.
A little confidence.
A little confidence.
Yes,
so,
for sure.
Protected.
Any final thoughts today?
You know what? I want to say Twice Talk. Thank you so very much for the opportunity. I'd love to come back one day and shoot some more words with you all.
Some gems.
But more importantly, I want to see you guys really use your platform to educate, motivate, and encourage your peer group to get out here and get involved.
Yes. Not
a bunch of lip service, not because of what some rapper said on a song you like, you know, but because it's brought value to your life and it's brought value to your community. You know, if you guys can do that, we're going to have a totally different generation of people coming up.
Well, what we want to do is bring back value to those things that are timeless. And the things that are timeless: love, peace, patience, joy, happiness, kindness. Those are things that never grow old. So, you know, that's one of our goals for sure.
There you go.
And we greatly appreciate you for coming down.
Thank you so very much.
Most definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Commissioner Mr. Lawrence Weekly came in today. He got to bless the studio, and we're going to go ahead and soak up all of those gems, all of them for sure. And what I need for y'all to do is go ahead and soak up the love that we got over at overthetopLV.com, because we're showing all kinds of love to all the talent, all the poets, all the artists, everybody that is doing something for the community. You can go over there and go find them right now. Yeah, love. Hey.
Safe flight.
And you know what else I need for y'all to do? Make sure you remember, if everybody in the world thought twice, it'll be a better place. Love, baby.